Hey guys, welcome home. We're actually on our way out of here, but stay tuned. We'll fill you in. I can't believe how many times I've recorded in that seat with a white wall behind me instead of this. I got to look at this, but you guys didn't get to look at this, and I'm sorry for that. To be fair, the lighting is way better over there for me, and the view is better over there for me. Now I'm still looking at beautiful plants, but before I was looking at what you guys are now getting to look at. How selfish of me. All right. Before we exit this amazing, magical home of mine that has been home for the last year, we get to record episode 88 right here. Yay! So, I'm Jordan, Blizzard, Planet. Imagine this, a world made of peanut butter. I call it Planit Butter. My world where I hopefully inspire you to, hi birdies, to take fun seriously by being Intucentric, leading with intuition while prioritizing self-control and self-expression in the best interest of all. Every episode is designed to provoke consciousness through entertaining perspectives and applied philosophy. Each week, we explore new ways of applying Planit Butter's critical and creative thinking lens to modern society. Expect societal reflections, perspective dancing, story time, and guest episodes where we visit other worlds. Thanks for joining our 88th episode, where we'll continue to relate Planit Butter's philosophy to Earth's current society. Today, we'll run through the cross-cultural interpretation of the number 88, relate Intucentricism to the new Wicked movie, and further connecting all of it at the end with a story time portion filling you in on the latest of my quantum jump. As always, email me any questions you have about your world or Planit Butter's life approach. myplanettoyours@gmail.com. myplanettoyours@gmail.com. First things first, as the uni would have it, of course, after releasing that insane episode 86, I was suddenly, I think I told you guys this, I can't remember, but I was suddenly able to seamlessly move through the tech issues and partially publish the book Intucentric. Partially. Again. The uni said, all right, just the ebook. More on this soon. So, number 88, across multiple cultures in Earth's society. All right, so I asked ChatGPT to list out the meaning of number 88 across multiple cultures in Earth society. If I'm missing any, let me know. If anything I say is wrong, let me know. Thanks. So, Chinese culture. The number 8 is phonetically similar to fa, meaning to prosper. 88 is seen as double prosperity, amplified fortune, success, and wealth. Planit Butter Jet. Planit Butter Jet. All right, Japanese culture. 88 is symbolically associated with rice, when stylized, representing sustenance and abundance. Rice when stylized. I guess in the Japanese language, when they stylize the word. Again, tell me if I'm wrong. 88 also symbolizes longevity, and the number connects to generational wisdom and natural cycles of aging and harvest. In Western numerology, the number 8 represents power, structure, and material mastery. 88 suggests legacy, karmic return, and manifestation through discipline, often seen as the number of the executive, the builder, or the authority figure. Material plus spiritual power balance. Cool. Esoteric traditions, 8 sideways is infinity, so 88 equals mirrored infinity. Symbolic of duality within oneness, cyclical mastery, and completion within eternal unfolding. Guys, what's really cool about 88 is how relevant the episode itself is to the number of the episode, and, well, you'll see. You'll see. Also seen in Hermetic systems as a number of universal order, spiritual recursion, and multidimensional time loops. Ooh, like a quantum jump? Greek culture. 8 signifies harmonic, whatever makes you happy. balance, a complete octave. Doubling it implies resonant closure or universal harmony echoed. Guys, again, so relevant. This is so cool. Hindu numerology. 8 is ruled by Saturn, Shani, linked to karma, discipline, and justice. 88 amplifies karmic consequences, both reward and reckoning. Ooh. Seen as a number of spiritual evolution through material mastery. A lot of guys, do you notice how similar everybody's takeaways are? Such as everything. That's kind of what I love about Intucentricism. It's honoring the collective similarities of all beliefs and la 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 la. It's everything is just so much bigger than humanity. And meanwhile, and humanity conveys that through all these different perspectives of essentially saying the same thing. Cool. Mayan cosmology. Numbers carried cosmological and calendrical meaning, while 88 wasn't a central number. Repeated digits were seen as portals or signs of energetic alignment. 88 may be interpreted as a numerical symbol of timeline crossing or cosmic recursion. Cool. And lastly, modern spiritual context, often viewed as an angel number. 88 often symbolizes alignment with soul mission, financial abundance, and infinite support. That's so deep. A sign of accelerated manifestation and grounded power. All right, let's do it. Episode 88, from my villa to wherever you're listening to this. Look how pretty the lighting was. See, this is why I sit over there, because otherwise I'm just going to be like, I love this place. Thank you, Villa, for everything. This villa has been my womb. I think we started doing the podcast on camera here, actually. Oh God, don't make it. I'm going to cry. That's really cool. We started writing the book here, too. The new book, Intucentric. That's really cool. This is a really special place. Okay. So, it's really cool. All right, let's start with the phrase based on and the phrase inspired by are hilarious to me, always have been. Pre-Planit Butter, no such thing as pre-Planit Butter, but pre-conceptualizing Planit Butter, I've always thought this, right? The reason Planit Butter became conceptualized is because of my way of thinking. Yeah. So guys, based on and inspired by are hilarious phrases because they imply closeness to whatever they are related to. However, they actually mean nothing specific. Hear me out. Based on a true story, it's like, yeah, there's a true story that exists, but based on just is equivalent to then saying there's relativity, but relativity does not mean sameness. Just think about your family. Okay, I'll think about mine. A lot of differences there. I love you all, but differences. So guys, inspired is simply a seed of thought. It could be entirely unrelated, again, to whatever planted that seed. Inspiration is a result of your individual life experiences leading up to a specific moment in time which you interpreted or witnessed something, and it caused your own brain to connect a new thought. Okay, so this episode is inspired by Wicked. So on my full circle flight to Bali, from Greece to Bali, remember, this was like a crazy 3-month excursion that we were just on, which became what I've articulated for the sake of communicating to society as a quantum jump. And it's also true. Like the quantum mechanics do directly correlate to what has unfolded because of the level of awareness that I have had on what's unfolded or around what's unfolded or whatever. It's really fascinating. So if you watch episode 86, you'll better understand what I'm talking about. And if you watch literally every other episode, I think when we first departed from Bali for this excursion. We left off at episode 75. Then you'll really know. And if you watch every episode, then you'll extra understand everything that I'm saying. Regardless, you can still watch just this episode and you will also understand just differently. So, on this flight toward Bali, I had a first leg to Doha, Qatar. And that's where I put on the movie Wicked. And when I did that, one, I have an appreciation for Wicked because I was obsessed with The Wizard of Oz as a kid. I think the first 3 years of my life was a Wizard of Oz birthday theme party. My parents got me a custom Dorothy dress, custom shoes, all the things. Thank you, parents. Very cute. And that's one thing. And a few days or in the week or two prior to leaving this excursion, not realizing when I'd be leaving, I had a dream where I was carrying a yellow brick and I'm walking with it. And I woke myself up saying, one yellow brick, which is so wild. And what makes it wild is obviously the yellow brick road from The Wizard of Oz. The gecko just went, which only happens when you are saying something that is truthful. Fun fact about Bali. And so I was appreciating my childhood obsession with The Wizard of Oz. And I had this dream of one yellow brick. And something that I love to say about Planit Butter is that I am building Planit Butter one brick. What do I say? Wait. What do I say? I'm building Planit Butter brick by brick. And I'm crafting the bricks to one yellow brick. It's really cool. And so, let's get into the movie. So one of the earliest lines in the movie is, magic is merely the mind's attempt to wrap itself around the impossible. Let's stop right there. Planit Butter views magic as magic is the mind's label for the possible that we can't comprehend, not the impossible, the incomprehensible. Sit with that, guys. Remember it. I drive this point home regularly because I really, really, really want to urge society beyond society through critical thinking, creative thinking, and personal amplification. It's nuanced. It's Intucentric. Stick with me. I will keep showing you how. One more time. The movie says, magic is merely the mind's attempt to wrap itself around the impossible. Planit Butter says, magic is the mind's label for the possible that we can't comprehend, not the impossible, the incomprehensible. Okay. Then, another moment early on in the movie, a little girl asks, why does wickedness happen? I'm just going to cut right to Planit Butter. Again, inspired by. Through Planit Butter's lens, wickedness equals egocentric, the unaware societally conditioned mind. It is a form of innocence, much like Elphaba, the Wicked Witch, Glinda, if you watch the movie, you'll know what I'm talking about, and even the villagers. Okay? So, Elphaba, her whole life was told that the way she is bad. Glinda, her whole life was told that the way she is perfect. The villagers, their whole lives, showed up as they are and were told. Egocentric, the unaware societally conditioned mind. The nuance here is that all of these people are egocentric, unaware, and societally conditioned until later in the movie when awareness and perspective dancing happens. They begin to embody Intucentricism. They just don't call it that. Not all of them. Some of them. Yeah, stick with me. This is why it's a form of innocence. Egocentricism, again, through Planit Butter's lens. Always through Planit Butter's lens. You are visiting Planit Butter. So, egocentricism is not malice. It's disconnection Unfortunately, that is rewarded by society's controlled system logic. That's why Elphaba in the beginning, Glinda in the beginning, and then the villagers throughout are egocentric. So the opposite of wickedness and therefore egocentricism through Planit Butter's lens is, of course, Intucentricism. Say it with me. Intucentricism. Intucentricism. And as the film carries on, Elphaba begins to embody the Intucentric archetype. Her magic expands from defiant alignment with herself and without approval of the societal system surrounding her. She didn't give a flying monkey what anyone thought. And when they, the end of the movie, when they start singing Defying Gravity, it's literally about trusting instinct over societal instruction. Thank you, Wicked. So here are some lines from that song. I am not going to be singing. Have no fear. Oh my goodness. I mean, I've been told I probably have a good singing voice because of my vocal cords are good and I am a voice actor. But they haven't heard me sing. I could probably sing well if I was taught properly, which has made me think about actually learning, because I think it would be kind of fun to know how to sing well, because naturally I do not sing in a way that I would enjoy listening to if I wasn't myself. All right. Some of the lyrics. Ready? Too late for second guessing. Intucentric. Too late to go back to sleep. You're aware. Intucentric. It's time to trust my instincts. Intucentric. Close my eyes and leave. Intucentric. Focused. F-O-K-I-S-S. Giving your full attention to something you love. It's time to try defying gravity. Now, in Elphaba's case, that was literal because she has superpowers and can literally fly, which is so cool. But for now, humans, we don't know of anyone that can fly. We can levitate. I've almost levitated. There was one time in a meditation. It was really cool. I've had a lot of out of body experiences, but levitating, like, if anybody listening levitates, please tell me, please. So that's okay. Defy gravity in terms of, at least we could defy gravity in a symbolic sense. You interpret it as you wish. Then again, she says, I think I'll try defying gravity, and you can't pull me down. Boom. Intucentric. Full-on commitment to leading with her intuition, prioritizing self-control and self-expression, which is in the best interest of all. She just has everybody defying her as she defies them pulling her down, because she's like, I don't care what you say, I'm going. Yeah? And Glinda, the quote-unquote good witch, she and egocentric society responds to those lines and says, you're having delusions of grandeur. Delusion. Read Intucentric, Your Healthy Ego. I have a whole chapter about it. So, Elphaba responds, some things I cannot change, but until I try, I will never know. And then she says, at another point in the song, losing love, if that's love, it comes at much too high a cost. Again, just think, reflect, process, and revisit this episode after you read my book, Intucentric, Your Healthy Ego. You will have way more to think about, really. And your life will be that much fucking better, because you'll have all these new tools and all these new perspectives, and you'll be able to connect it and go watch Wicked and be like, whoa, I see my life differently. And I'll be so excited to hear about it. And the last line I'm going to share with you. She says, if I'm flying solo, at least I'm flying free. To those who ground me, take a message from me. Go off, Alphaba. Honestly, how perfect is this? To bring us to our quantum jump landing of sorts. Still being revealed, but it's active. To those who ground me, I hope you choose to be Intucentric. So now, story time. Watch episode 86 again for the quantum boogie. You'll catch on way faster. So, we left Bali. We had this whole quantum boogie of this 3-month excursion, which I relate to quantum mechanics in relation to the excursion, which was essentially an international book publishing adventure. And there was this little bridge in Doha as we returned to Bali. We circle forward to Bali. So I had a 12-hour layover in Doha, in Qatar. When I got there, I wasn't even going to check the flight board because my flight wasn't for 12 hours, but then something was like, go check it. So I checked it, and there was actually a flight to Bali in 3 hours instead of 12 hours. So I was like, I'll try to get on that one. Why not? So I go. And they were like, no. So I'm like, okay. And then I leave the airport because, you got 12 hours. Go explore another country, chickadee. And I was fucking exhausted, which is the only reason it didn't even occur to me at first to leave the airport, because I was just like, I need to lay here. I am tired. It's been a lot, emotionally, mentally, physically, depleted. But the uni said, one more. You got one more country before Bali. And then lots of plot twists when you get to Bali. So stand by. But I didn't know about the plot twist yet. At that point, it was just like, you got one more mission. Go have fun. So I was like, okay, off I go. Half asleep to Doha. So I leave the airport. We end up getting a really cool new fabric to design the first Planit Butter clothing item. Like, we're going to make a sexy top. I'm so excited. Sexy tops, peanut butter, books. The fun goes on. You have no idea what I've been, all of this has been part of the plan from the very beginning. The intention. The plan doesn't exist. The intention exists. The time reveals itself through my own practice of being Intucentric, which I perpetually shared with you. So we get a really cool fabric. I'm really excited by it. I didn't even know that fabrics were such a thing in this area, but it was. So it's really cool. So we've got that. I would show you, but we'll stick. I didn't bring it over here, so we're gonna. All right. So really cool fabric, and then we went into a store with all this really cool honey, and it was a very, very rare type of honey from Yemen, and it tasted amazing. And they gifted me some, so I'm gonna make limited edition Planit Butter Nutter with this it's Yemeni honey. It's delicious. Limited edition Planit Butter Nutter featuring Yemen honey. Yemeni. Okay. Forgive me. Correct me. Thank you. Then we go to the park because there was a gorgeous skyline. And when I get to this park, there's a little pigeon. And I was like, oh, hey, pigeon. And it didn't fly away. And I was like, oh, that's cool. Interesting. And then 2 cats come over. Stray cats. And I was like, oh, hi, cats. But they were staring at the pigeon. And so I clocked it. Boom, boom. I go, oh, shit. Because they're about to pounce on this pigeon. One cat tries to pounce on it. The pigeon started to fly, but then couldn't. And that's when I was like, oh, that's why the pigeon didn't fly away from me. Interesting. Because, I mean, sometimes animals are just, like, cool with me, and they talk to me first, usually. But this pigeon, I talk to it first, which usually I don't do. But we were passing each other, so. But he couldn't fly. And then they tried to chase him, so I was like, oh, fuck. And obviously, I'm standing right there. I'm not just going to watch this thing get murdered, even if it can't fly. At least, not yet. I had to let it go later, but I tried. So basically, it became me and this pigeon versus 5 cats. And in this time, I'm still not over it. I physically, aggressively kicked a cat. Like I kicked a cat. I still can't believe, I am shocked. But I was protecting the pigeon, this helpless creature. But then at a certain point, you can't help the helpless, and what's out of your control is out of your control. And that's just how it goes. So when I realized there's nothing more I can do here, I protected you as long as I can, and there is literally nothing I can do. And also, honestly, the cat's got to eat. It's time for me to go. So I gave the pigeon a verbal love note, and I walked away. And as I walked away, I heard them pounce on him, and it was literally the most horrifying thing I've heard probably ever. Thankfully, that's the worst I've heard, I think. It was pretty bad. That sucked. So pigeon got murdered, and I was pretty traumatized, like trembling, because I couldn't believe how aggressive those cats were in front of my eyeballs. Then I stumble upon a swing set. Then we end up seeing some camels. Then I got gifted a bottle of water. Then we went into a bookshop. Then I got some dinner. Thankfully, the only table open, my lucky number, 23. Then I walked by this watch fixer, and I happened to need my watch fixed, and he ended up gifting me that too, which was really, really cool. And then I saw an airport security person I had already made friends with. That was nice. Then we got to the faux forest. All right, I'm trying to just listing off what some things, and some cool stuff happened. It got really intense in Doha, more intense than it feels now, because now we're so far past it. But I did say I would catch you up on the quantum jump. All right, so we're in Bali. And arriving here has confirmed the realness of the jump, honestly, because as much as I love my home here and the people in my circles and my friends and all the people, everything, I am entirely here so far to entirely affirm the significant newness that's about to arrive. It's really insane to win. I'm a little not sure what's happening. Something significant is happening. And I keep telling you guys this, but this makes it even more tangible than it's been in the other quantum jump episode. Like, I mean, the whole trip made it tangible, and for me, but for other people, it's not gonna land. This is like, it's really been crazy. Something's happening. Like, something is happening. Because I'm not feeling super connected to the environment. I'm like, I feel so at home in Bali. Like, it's a beautiful feeling to be here. And this villa feels like home, but I'm like, I have outgrown this. And it's really wild. It's really beautiful because it's still like, I feel safe. I feel loved. I feel great, but I also feel like disconnected. Like, we have outgrown this. I attempted to go to I've switched gyms a lot, but I attempted to go to the one that like most recently resonated with me, and my body rejected it so hard I could not even work out. I left. I was like, can you guys please refund me? I just rejoined like 10 minutes ago. They were like, what? And I just said, I have a problem. Like, I didn't say anything. So like, what am I gonna say? My body's rejecting this gym. So wild. And now I'm recording this episode with still zero fucking clue what's next. But the level of excitement that I feel and clarity, because when like other people tell you to like be a witness, observe, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I am observing. That's why I'm able to do these episodes. Like, the level of my observational skills of my own existence is gnarly. Like, that's what being Intucentric really fucking does. It makes you be that observing participant in your life. It's taking responsibility, it's listening to your intuition, and it's being the observer. That's why it's the crazy connection to our intuition while being entirely aware and in tune of the marble flying out, of course. Entirely in tune and aware of being part of something so much larger than ourselves, the universe. Okay, that's why we can observe, because it's not about us. It's for us. It's not about us. So while witnessing what's unfolding around me, and I speak for myself from experience, and because I'm not here to tell you what to do, I'm here to show you how what I'm doing transitions your fucking life for the best. Intucentric, your healthy ego. So we're recording this episode. Whoa, that fly. I can't tell you guys about the fly, but there's been some situations with this fly. Okay. I know I sound crazy, but there's nothing crazy about me. I'm probably one of the most grounded people on this earth. To be honest, that's a bold statement, and I feel like it's true. Okay, so we're recording this episode with zero fucking clue what's next. And the through line of this quantum jump remains the publishing of Intucentric, because only the ebook was published, and that romantic mirror that I told you about, who is somehow tied to the book since the beginning. We're still shocked, still confused, still don't know anything. So the book, again, only partially published. There's still a Unistall with the paperback and the hardcover. Unistall is a Blizzard's dictionary phrase. It means when the universe is setting you up for something so much cooler than you can imagine. And the man, that romantic mirror, is the only person that I haven't energetically closed out. Which sounds dramatic, but given everything in my life leading up to and including this 3-month excursion, literally everyone and everything else in my life has either distinctly remained aligned with me, growing with me, or has very clearly not. And it's been acknowledged. I say that because I have literally, like I said, we've come full circle. I am revisiting same places, same people, same faces, same spaces from an entirely new frequency, the quantum jump. Okay? And I'm walking through feeling like a fucking ghost because I'm like, I no longer belong here. My frequency is like, I'm currently here to witness that I do not belong here anymore. So it's like the realest transition of like the release before the new in the most peaceful, loving, grounded, beautiful way. So I'm speaking from lived experience and acknowledgement and responsibility, hence being Intucentric. I have faced every ounce of my own depth in so many fucking ways and so many places through so many people, so many mirrors, that I have literally transcended every single freaking thing, that the only thing left is newness, and the only two tangible things are that person, aside from the ones that I've already crossed paths with that have grown with me, and my book that's now only partially published. It is fascinating. I remain a witness. Also, I don't know why I did this, but I love it. Oh, man. I hope you guys are having fun witnessing or trying to understand. I do my best to make it clear, so I really hope everybody's with me. And if you're not, please ask me questions. I invite you to email me multiple times every episode. myplanettoyours@gmail.com. So, to close out, being Intucentric, not the norm. I'm hoping to make it the norm. And in the spirit of that mentality, today I saw a Van Gogh t-shirt that read, "Art is to console those who are broken by life." I disagree. Planit Butter thinks it's for those who are so full of life. Creation can be to soothe pain from society, totally, but through being Intucentric, we become that void for ideas that I've shared with you in previous episodes. We create as Intucentric beings to channel overflow of ideas and expression. It becomes a system of translating the universe through ourselves and accelerating onward, another Blizzard's dictionary term, which means an individual's unique evolution. Ta-da! We did it again. Episode 88. I love this villa. Thank you, Villa. This villa has been my womb, and consider this episode the final birth. Email me any questions you have about your world or Planit Butter's philosophy. I'm so excited to see where we go from here. myplanet2yours@gmail.com. Thanks for visiting Planit Butter, my world, made of peanut butter, where I hopefully inspire you to take fun seriously by being Intucentric. Stick with me. I'll keep showing you how. It's not easy, but we can choose to make it fun. From my planet to yours, Jordan, Blizzard, Planet. See you Thursday.